You.
OutTheWazoo, back in the studio.
What?
Episode 154.
154?
Ryan Arbuckle Baquetta's back in the studio.
Oh my gosh.
He's back from Greece with more grease than he had before.
True that.
Yeah,
True
no, his
that.
face and everything.
True that.
Honestly, not as drippy as I thought you were going to be when you pulled up.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this is just casual work drip.
I thought you were going to pull up in a toga.
I wanted to see you in like a toga with a glockenspiel and like some fucking wooden clogs. And
Dude, I was this close to buying some wooden clogs, but Buddy's got to have a certain amount of weight in the bag to get it home.
So what you're saying is, you got dents.
They have bag
Pretty
service.
much. I
You
have
got
dents.
dents.
Let's just boil it
And
down.
you can't swipe a Wisfis card at the Greek bank.
True.
Was there like wooden clogs for sale
Yeah.
in Amsterdam?
We went on a
Motherfuckers still buy
Dude,
those?
we went on a tour, and we took a boat to an island where
Ooh,
they
that's
use a steam engine to carve wooden clogs.
What is this Steamboat Willie shit?
I don't know, dude.
Were they good looking clogs?
Dude, they were sweet. They had every size paint.
Dude.
They said there's flat
They have
ones.
like a Shaquille
There's-
O'Neal size clog.
there's
Yeah.
there's certain clogs for certain type of work that you do. So like farmers,
Hey,
farmers
what?
who like work in the fields, because Amsterdam's like all water, right? It's like they're using those big turbines to pump water out of the land.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're telling me.
You're the fucking geographer here. Slam.
All right. They used the turbines over there to pump water out from the land,
Under
And-
the land.
under the land.
So
So
the
they're
whole thing is
so they're creating
very
more
wet.
land by taking all the water out. But when they use it to farm, they like they cycle it. So like people who are farmers wear flat clogs because the wood doesn't like get damp and your feet don't get wet.
how does it not?
It just
Polyurethane,
doesn't.
baby.
I don't
Think
know.
of wood, right?
Yeah.
Now think of wood underwater.
Yeah.
Swelling.
That's wet wood.
all that shit.
Apparently, it's better than a regular fucking Nike.
It would be kind of
just saying.
cool
Do they have Nike clogs?
if they were kind of like ignorant and they were like with the times, but still making wooden clogs, and they're just like making some Air Jordan 1s
That
out
would
here
be dope, right?
out of pure wood and wooden laces. Like, this is pointless,
Wooden
but it's
laces.
drip. But
it's actually
drip.
like a long. Like you have to figure out how to lace it. and
Yeah,
you're like,
seriously, it's like.
It was dope. And then
but you didn't get any.
I didn't get any. I was so close. To
All right, so
getting some.
dent there. Continue.
You
Is
didn't
it
smoke
dent?
any weed.
No, I didn't smoke any weed.
Dent.
But you saw some fat pussy lips.
I
On the
was-
street.
I was practically blowing kisses at
You
him.
saw street pussy.
I saw street pussy.
It was looking back at you too.
It was dope. I'm just saying. I mean,
It didn't sound dope when you described it the first time.
I was
Well,
a little
maybe
bit
maybe I
disturbed.
missed that.
No.
well, the only thing that you missed was I went to a live sex show, and
Almost lost my
it's
lunch.
exactly how you imagine. Really dry. Nobody's enjoying it except for the crowd because they're all single and fucking horny ass tourists.
Older guys, right? Usually.
Oh, I mean,
It ain't
We-
no
there were
18-year-old
young people. But you know what's funny is like when we were there, we did see locals and a lot of kids who are young,
Oh.
like way too young to be in the
Oh.
prostitute area. Their type of fun, like imagine us going out and like
Riding bikes.
fucking playing manhunt, dude. The same age, they're going to these fucking red light districts because there's no restriction. They
No
can't.
shit.
They can't stop somebody from walking down a street.
They don't have like red light district police that are like,
I mean,
stop. How old are
They
you?
do, but they're only there to make sure that the girls are like not being photographed.
Mm.
So the kids,
Well-
I mean, if the fucking kid has like €50, guess what? He's getting his little fucking Johnny balloon. Okay.
My God.
So these kids are like they're like it. I was like people watching, and like these kids are like laughing and giggling and like running into the fucking prostitute building and like rushing back out and being like, I fucking did it. Oh no. And just like you're like, oh my God. I'm
they were
like,
Saudi Arabian.
man, yeah, some of them they were wrapped up.
Fuck, bro. That is. I didn't even think about the child aspect.
Yeah.
Because
And
if I was a kid, I for sure would go to the red light district
absolutely
on my
dude.
scooter.
Dude, you have people living above the red light, like housing.
Oh, that's a bad neighbor.
Is Amsterdam like Eastern or Western Europe?
It's like, it's I mean,
Like
It's
it
like
wasn't.
above France.
it's Holland. It's all
Okay,
Dutch. So
I
like,
don't know. Where
It's above France. So like
So it wasn't getting-
central western.
It wasn't getting dicey with the dilemma. Over
no.
there.
They're like,
Imagine though.
And by dilemma, I mean Ukraine.
Right.
And by Ukraine, I mean Ukraine versus Russia.
yeah.
mean,
By
there's
Russia,
a
I mean
war.
World War III.
And by that, we're talking about Rachel Ray's fat ass on TV.
God bless America, dude.
So, other than seeing fat bitch's pussy in a window, Amsterdam was dope. You know, right after we saw a live sex show, we went to the Tulip Garden. I mean,
what
just-
a
what
what
a
a
better-
switch.
just
Let's
I mean, it
follow it
was
up.
it was a
palate
good. It really just.
I don't know if I'd be licking
heightened
my
the
fingers
senses.
after a sex show.
It's like
It was like cleaning your nose out.
Right,
You
yeah, yeah.
smell different things.
yeah, and and the tulip gardens were great. I was smelling flowers all day
I bet.
in the red light district
Yeah.
and in the fields.
Some of those flowers are a little wilted though.
And I mean, it was just like Longwood Gardens. It was a giant,
There's some
Field.
longwood for sure.
and they had all different types of colors, sizes of the flower. I mean, some smelled differently. There's a lot of bees pollinating the flowers.
So,
you know?
so they do it right. They have a lot of flowers out,
Mhm.
and you can go in one day from watching public pussy pounding
Yeah.
to,
Mhm.
you know, smelling a flower.
Does
Right.
Amsterdam have their own language?
Yeah, they're Dutch.
Okay, there we go.
Hmm. It's Holland.
That was my I was thinking. I was like,
Um,
what would be their
Amsterdam.
Amsterdonian.
exactly?
You
the
see, to
Amsterdamian?
put it in perspective, Amsterdam was in the middle of World War II.
Mhm.
So they were being invaded by the Germans
yeah.
while the Holocaust was happening. That's why Anne Frank's house
So bad.
is in Amsterdam.
I couldn't.
That's like a big museum.
I was thinking if it was either like some sort of French, some sort of Dutch, some sort of fucking German or something. Or
Germany's
mix of
like
all three.
Germany's kind of in the middle.
Mm.
They lost territory after World War II.
So it's primarily Dutch over there.
It's all Dutch.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Dutch.
Like how fucking Canada's like French.
Yeah,
stupid as
like
fuck.
Stupid
Austin
as fuck.
Powers when his father's talking about the Dutch.
Yeah, the fucking bloody Dutch.
Yeah, the bloody
There's
fucking
two things I
Dutch.
hate in this world. and he just says the Dutch. And
Bro,
it's
and the funniest part was like when you went there, obviously weed is legal and also microdosing. You can have mushrooms
they have
and
fucking
shit.
like,
Mushies?
coffee shops.
But
for that kind
nothing
of
can
stuff.
be advertised about it. There's no advertisements about it. They're like
Mm.
really weird about it. So what
on
you
the
do is
DL.
you go to the coffee shop. There's all these coffee shops around.
Do they
And
sell
you-
coffee?
and when you go in there, they hand you a menu, and it's literally just like pre-rolled blunt flavors
Mm.
or like a certain amount of grams of like mushrooms or something you can microdose off of. And guess what? They got fucking couches in these
yeah.
coffee shops, and everybody's just like, oh yeah, dude, like it's crazy if you think about like where Alaska is. And the whole store is just like hot boxed.
Are people
all-
paranoid as shit, or are they just really
I
chilling?
mean, you go in there, you're responsible for being a fucking adult. You know,
Right.
if you can't handle it, you shouldn't be in
do
there.
they also have coffee?
Yeah, they have coffee, they have food. They have
Oh.
a whole fucking aisle of Lay's potato chips above
Now,
you.
here's the
Sounds
thing.
amazing.
Here's the thing that would blow my shit if I was a Amsterdonian, right?
Uh-huh.
A Amsterdonian. If I was a regular and
Uh-huh.
was just used to microdosing and everybody has the same mentality, and then tourists come in
Right.
and they just lose their shit
Yeah.
microdosing at a fucking coffee shop. It's like, dude, I'm going to work after
Yeah,
this.
right.
Like,
Mhm.
fucking grow up.
At a hospital.
Yeah. Can you imagine microdosing? Some tourist comes in, preferably Ryan, cuffed pants.
I feel like I
Brimless-
know everything.
excuse me, wait, I would like
Why
one
are you
that's
talking
so
like that? This dickhead.
You know you appropriate when you go to a different
Of
country.
course, dude.
And
Dude,
you're
when
just
you
like-
when we went to Cancun, you're like, Jose, hola.
That ain't appropriating.
Dude.
That's just talking the language.
No, I know, but like you change your accent to like,
Dos cerveza, por favor.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
want to sound like that.
Right,
I don't want
but-
to be like, hola, nuestros pecamos.
right?
And
No,
de
but you
pantalones."
Take
know
a
what I mean. Like
tortilla.
you try and have not such an American slanged fucking accent.
But not in English.
God damn
Not
it.
in English, dog.
Right.
You don't go start talking like
I'll
this.
take some of them. I want a microdose over here. It's
You
like,
don't
this
start
guy-
having a Dutch accent
in
in
English.
speaking in English.
Oh,
That's what
oh,
I do though.
Like, where are you from? I'm from
Was there-
Delaware.
I went like this. I said, "Excuse me, sir."
Was there a Dutch Wonderland there?
There wasn't. I didn't see
Oh,
one.
Man, that'd be so
It
cool.
was-
That's an American
it
It was
thing.
just
it
called
was-
Wonderland.
It was just called Wonderland.
It's
What
just
about a
one.
Dutch oven? Did you guys do that?
Oh, I seen a couple of them.
I bet.
I seen a couple of
They
them.
make stores, I bet, for Dutch ovens.
Good Lord.
They bake great shit in Dutch ovens.
But also, what was I really enjoyed about Amsterdam, for real, like 3 times as many bikes as there are people in Amsterdam, including the tourists.
Well, hang on a minute.
Like you can just pick one up, drop it off. Thing.
Who's
Like
riding
a-
all those?
like a-
Who's riding
like
all
a
those
scooter?
extra
So,
bikes?
Like a
so
scooter?
people like lock their bikes up on like the side of like a railing and then like forget about it.
It's
and
just
then like
trash out
buy
there.
another bike.
All right, then.
And then people steal other bikes. And there's so many fucking bikes in Amsterdam. It's just the entire streets are like littered with bikes tied up or whatever the fuck right up on the railing.
They have a bike problem. It sounds like.
Yeah, they do.
Too many bikes.
So it sounds like their emissions are down and their fucking calf and
They're
quads
killing
are up.
it. Their transportation system there is fucking phenomenal. There's 3 parts of the road. One is for buses and trams. The other 2 lanes are for bikes and small ass cars.
Like little Fiats.
Little fucking Fiats.
So there ain't no fucking Ford F-250s double
Dude,
diesel
the
up
small
over there.
the biggest car I seen over there was like a BMW hatchback.
Really?
It was like
Filled with bikes.
crazy.
Because you
Filled
can't
with
park
fucking
them.
You don't realize how small cars can get
Yeah.
until you go to Europe, because the streets are so narrow for people walking, biking, and riding their cars. The main road is for trams and buses.
Oh, and you know damn well when someone gets in an accident, like, it's my fault. No, it's my fault. No, it's my fault. No, it's my fault. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
everybody
sorry.
just
I'm
runs
okay.
each other the fuck
sorry.
over.
They're just super
Like,
nice about it.
I'll get to Greece in a moment, but like in Greece, if you're a pedestrian, you need to make sure you're not walking in the road, because you don't have the right of way.
Right.
Cars have the right of way, and
Which
they
is-
will run you the fuck over.
And over
And
there.
then they'll yell at you for denting your car and then run off.
Yeah.
How do the old heads in Greece like think about the Turkish people?
No, they hate him.
I know you do it out of
Turks-
spite. Just bring it up like, hey man.
Turks and Greeks, they have
And Germans.
they have so much animosity towards each other.
What's
and
a Turk?
Turkish
Turkish?
people.
Turkish
Yeah.
people, Turkey.
Oh,
Turkey
Turkey.
invaded and tried to conquer Greece multiple times.
Listen to this guy. Like
Hey,
history over
fucking
here.
historian over here.
So where
So
you're
the
like, hey
Ottoman
man,
Turks?
do you
This
guys-
dude definitely didn't have all the blood in his penis in history class.
I did.
Because
I was
he was
bricked up.
thinking.
My guy, you
He
be
was
using
thinking.
the brain.
I was teed up here.
I was bricked
My
up.
dude had a
swollen
blue
with
book
knowledge.
sock over
Dude,
his,
if I
over
turned,
his cock.
hey man, I wasn't able to fit in my seat.
Right.
Because it was tiny. A super tiny seat.
Sure. But
So
yeah,
what
so
about the Turks?
I don't know. Welcome everybody. It's episode 154.
I have a good video for y'all. You've
We
been
missed
away for a
y'all.
little while,
I
and
have.
you probably didn't listen to much rap while you were over
I
there.
didn't listen to any music. I played a hell of a lot of fucking Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
But
I bet there's probably some good shit over there.
I'm
I bet
just saying.
it's probably real fun to be.
Hey,
like,
I gotta catch them all, dude.
It's probably
Straight
cool.
up Dragonite farms just everywhere. Oh, I just caught like 17 Dragonites.
There's a
What the
puppy
fuck?
mill over here for Charmanders. No, but this new song dropped, and I want you to rate the lyrics.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. Go off to a good start.
My grandma
TikTok.
was a crackhead, so my mom was a crack baby. So what does that make me? A crack baby's baby. I want crack. I like hard drugs.
Okay.
I like heroin. I eat dope. I like booger sugar. Hey yo, dysphoria. Let me do a line off your ass. Oh, it's chaos. I'm out of here.
Let's
I'm about to go do
go.
some drugs. Feel it in my veins.
What'd you think?
She really puts it all out there.
Delivery was there.
That's an unknown artist online. It's just kind of going viral right now, but she's really blown up on TikTok.
I would say like,
Little crack baby.
you know,
I don't know her
it's-
name, but that would be a good candidate.
This falls in line with all the other rappers we're listening to right now. Like they're really like
It's
out
right in
there.
line.
It's poetic.
She had a really like interesting take, I think, on drug politics
Mm-hmm.
and how that. What's funny?
What?
What's funny?
No, I seen something out there. It's just kind
All
of
right,
crazy.
well, just focus what I'm
yeah,
saying.
sorry.
She had a really interesting take on drug politics and how
Mhm.
that upsets the familial. What's funny?
No, I thought of something.
I'm trying to talk to you about how
Yeah,
drugs
no, I
in
know.
America
This is serious.
have impacted
This is serious. Yeah.
family
Okay, yeah.
dynamics since generations ago, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like she really put it well.
Yeah, I agree. I think
What did you think?
when she said booger sugar
Mm-hmm.
and cocaine in her ass, I think that really described like how she grew up, in like in the
that
slums.
part. I'll be honest. I really thought that part just meant she had cocaine in her ass.
No, you
I
gotta
took that
you gotta like
literally.
read between the lines.
Between the
Of the
lines, that's a very good metaphor. Maybe you should call her and
No, I don't think so.
we'll reach out.
Do we know her?
Not yet. She's got 2 million likes on TikTok.
So we need to contact her.
If we reach out, we might be able to get an interview.
Is she willing to be a prostitute in Amsterdam?
I don't think a prostitute in Amsterdam, and I don't know what it's going to cost to get her on this show.
I mean, how much money do we have in the Wazoo bank?
Well, how much? What really we need to be asking is how much coke can you fit in your ass?
It's a tough question because everybody can stretch your ass a certain amount.
We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it
We'll talk
after
about
the
it
show.
That was good. I like that.
That was good, right? I thought
Bobby,
so.
Bobby, what did you
He was
think?
quiet. You were really quiet. Did you not appreciate the insight?
I just want to see more aggression.
More.
I want to see more passion.
More
I feel
passion.
like she was just laying it out, giving us everything. I want to see a little bit of mystery.
I need dope. I like booger sugar and yo dysphoria. Let me
What is that?
line up your
Dysphoria?
ass.
I don't know.
What I thought was really like the best part for me, and a lot of rappers don't have this these days, is that she can rap, but she can also sing,
My grandma was a crackhead.
right? So like that's
That's not that, and she hit it really good.
talent there.
I wonder if she warmed up,
Raw.
or was that?
That's no warm up.
That's no warm up.
And
That's
that's
talent
what.
right there.
If we get her on the show, please don't ask her if she warms up. That is so insulting to someone like that.
trying to see if she can warm up.
Anyway, I just wanted to. I just thought maybe like when you came back to America,
Yeah,
you'd want to hear.
yeah,
like, some
no,
of the
that's
newer
good. That's
stuff.
like,
It's been a
um,
while since you were here.
No, it's good. Like I definitely heard some trash music over in Europe. 'Cause
A lot of
they're
polka
so terrible.
and
dude.
this thing. What is
They're
this
so
thing called?
they're fucking
That thing.
fucking the German.
Accordion.
An
Accordion,
There
yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
Yeah, no, I heard some garbage shit over there. Europeans they have no taste in music.
Mhm.
America, dude, we got fucking Zach Brown band and fucking Florida Georgia Line. That's all we need.
No, like a chicken.
And I'm surprised because like we're still reviewing rap.
Yeah.
Why aren't we reviewing country music? Because that's where the real meat and potatoes is.
Should we be doing that? You think?
I mean you are wearing a flannel.
This is more like it's black and yellow, so it's more hip hop.
That's not black and yellow.
There's yellow in there.
Yeah, but that's
You have to get close.
That's not black
Come
and
get-
yellow.
Come get in here. Look,
I'm not gonna get
it's
in there.
after the show.
Okay.
There's yellow in here. I figured it's more hip hop than
Mm.
country, right?
Just saying, maybe it's time to move in a different direction.
I think the podcast needs a bump
She can probably give us one.
off
Good
my
Lord.
ass.
Off her ass.
Off her ass. Imagine a drug dealer who only sells drugs out of her ass, and you have to
And you know what's sad? That's a thing.
somewhere,
I'm sure that's a thing.
and she gives discounts
Like
too,
your
'cause
like
you
your
gotta get it
like
out
your
of her
dime
ass.
bag has like a poopy film on it, and you're like, what is this? She's like, what do you mean? And you're like, well, it's got like stuff on it.
She's just, my grandma was a crackhead.
Oh man, America needs some help, man. We need some help.
I think maybe we should all go to Europe.
I think so.
I think Europe is probably better at this point.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a lot of bikes, too many bikes than that.
Yeah,
No
I agree.
offense, right? Because she is viral and famous and more.
She's
likes.
fire though.
She's got way more of a
She's
following
fire.
than we do.
Now, would you rather have her on the cast, or would you rather have PP Cocaine on the cast?
Ooh,
Is she even alive anymore?
She's alive, and
how dare you?
she's blowing up TikTok apparently, from what Snapchat stories tell me.
Really?
Yeah.
Cocaine still got it?
Yeah,
No shit.
she's still talking about.
How do you top DDLG?
She still wants to
I
get
don't
fucked
think
to
so.
sleep. That's for sure.
How do you top that?
that?
At this point, she's an insomniac. She can't sleep without it.
She's haunted.
She's just going to red light
She's
district.
she's
like,
getting ghost.
I'm
She's
so
getting ghost
tired.
dick.
Please,
down
I'm
by
so
a ghost.
tired.
She's down bad.
Please, sir.
Trap Bunny Bubbles. I mean, come on now. Fucking
How
hell.
about Bad Baby? That bitch has made 50 mil. You see her
Bad
Oh,
Baby?
she-
Oh, yeah.
off
Said,
OnlyFans? She's been bragging.
Oh,
Oh,
recently.
is she on OnlyFans now?
Hell yeah.
She said she made like $60
Wow.
million last year in OnlyFans.
And she
Jesus.
proved. She
She
apparently
just- I
posted
bet-
receipts.
I bet $30 million have come from Dr. Phil.
You think he
I,
pays?
dude,
Yeah.
I bet he's just fucking mashing that potato.
Apparently, she bought a house in Boca Raton for $6 million cash. Paid
Cash.
it outright in cash. The whole house.
How does Bad
She's
Baby
19.
do that?
19 years
Oh my
old. 6
God.
mil outright. Said here.
Hey, property tax? Is she gonna pay it?
If it's just cash outright, like in Boca Raton, I bet you there's a
Some-
reason she bought one there.
Boca Raton's super nice.
Yeah.
Super high end.
Is Boca Raton? No, I'm dumb. Is Boca Raton in Florida?
That's in Florida.
I'm not dumb anymore.
It's like very, very south.
I'm
it's
not
like
in Boca Raton.
Key West.
She did it because of state tax. She lives over in California.
Ah,
Bought
see?
a house in Florida. Wiped all that state tax out because it's cheaper down there.
Do you think she has a team, or do you think she
Dude,
knows
she's got a
tax
team, bro.
laws?
Well, she definitely is getting teamed on OnlyFans, but I don't know if she
Oh.
has a team for sure.
I actually heard that you don't get to actually see her nude on OnlyFans.
Oh, is it like locked behind some more shit?
Potentially, I bet there is like a double layer there. I mean, how else do you make 50 million?
By
But
having an OnlyFans.
but I just heard that she was making so much because people were buying her OnlyFans when she turned 18
Mhm.
because they wanted to see it. But when they bought it, you had to subscribe, and then it turned out she wasn't showing ass and titties,
Damn,
ass
so
and
she
titties.
so she blue balled a lot of guys.
She's continuously blue balling them.
She's creating psychopaths.
At this
You know
point,
that?
yes. At this point, yes.
Imagine-
She's just playing the game. So
She is playing the
fucking
game.
good
I
for her.
respect
Hey,
it.
props to her and her
Yeah.
tits.
Right. Does she have tits?
Big uns.
Really?
Big, dude. They're so big, she had to buy a pair of clogs for her.
Fucking hell.
She has clogs for her tits.
Man, I remember when that first came out. That was back in like high school, bro. That was like
Catch Me Outside, girl.
almost a
Was
decade
that
ago.
high school?
No.
Yeah,
No,
bro.
dude.
Yes.
We're talking like 5 years ago.
16, 17.
She, I
tops.
mean, think about what she looked like in the
Bro,
video, and if she's 19
This
now,
is like a decade old. This is an issue
bro,
that
I will look it
I
up
got
right
you, I
now.
got you.
What's the effect called? You're about to say. I know what you're
it's
about
an
to
effect
get at.
where like it's just this is just what happens when we get older. We start to lose track of how much time is actually passing in between events.
That would mean she was 9 on Dr. Phil's show, going "Cash me outside, Dan" to her mom, which I guess is possible.
Is she 19?
Apparently, yeah. Well, yeah, because she just turned 18, and that's the OnlyFans thing. Because she was
Oh.
finally legal.
And you know people were jerking off to her. And she's
Well, I
like,
did it
what,
on. I looked on
14?
Reddit, right? I looked on Reddit. I said Reddit, Bad Baby, OnlyFans nudes or whatever, and there's no nudes.
Hmm.
It's like searching for a T-shirt on a, www.Macy's.Kohl's.com,
yeah.
and there's no shirts.
Right.
What? I thought they sold shirts.
It would be obvious that they sell shirts because you can go to the store and buy shirts.
It's a department store. They sell shirts.
Right.
But then I go online and I type in Reddit Macy's shirts.
2016.
Okay, so 6 years ago.
6.
So I said almost a decade.
Well, I said 5. So
yes, but 6 is actually above, when you round up. So
She was 13.
Wow.
but still 13 though.
But now she's
And being
19.
And 6'9" hit on her when she was like 17.
What are you gonna do about that, though?
No.
That dude is crazy, man.
He got
Hit
punched.
him with the gummy.
There's a
gun.
video.
Hit him with the gummy gun.
There's a video of him getting punched in the back of the head leaving the club.
Did you see the one where
Someone went, "Buh!"
he was on some sort of podcast and he was talking about all these rappers who were caught lacking?
He called out Dirk.
Hey, his
Vaughn, no, he
bank
called out
account's
Vaughn,
caught
he called
lacking.
out
Called out
Nipsey
Vaughn.
Hussle, and he called out Pop Smoke.
Oh, for
And
lacking.
he was saying like
Oh, what a
all
pussy
these
cunt.
people
I seen that.
claimed that these guys are all real ones, but they got caught lacking and blah blah blah. and
Because
it's
they
just-
didn't have security. He was bragging that he has security and that's why he's still alive.
But then he also brags about he's with the shit. So it's like, but you're
Yeah, but like recently he just came out saying
He
he
has
is
diarrhea.
broke. He's saying he's got like $22 in the bank.
He's got at least.
He's got no money, bro.
think about all the people he's got to pay off. Think about all the debt he's probably in, and then think about
100%.
all the money those music videos he made when he came out and charted #1, that doesn't go right to him. A lot of that has to go right back into the
Was
system.
he independent? Did he ever get signed? No, he
Dude,
never got signed.
He
Did
never got signed.
Wasn't like the Interscope
No
or
one was
something
going
like
to
that?
sign this.
But he did put out, like, in that time that he was big, he did put out like 3 albums back to back to back.
He was huge. He was
huge.
So massively like.
We went
on
to
top.
we
It was
went to
insane.
Rooney's on Main Street, and we went up to the second floor, and
Well,
that
Blicky,
and
catch me
I'll
with
that
never
was the
forget it.
night Gummo came out, or some
It was just
dumb
recently
shit.
had come out.
maybe
Gummo, yeah.
it was Gummo,
It's the
and
beat that sounds like
the the floor
that was so good,
the
actually.
floor was going to break. It was bending.
Down like this, and
Everybody
all,
was
the
jumping
guys
in sync.
were arm in arm, and just like got the sticky.
I never felt afraid for my life
right. I was like,
up
I
until
gotta go
that
get
point because the building was going to fall. That's how bad it was. And Rooney's is an old building. The fucking wood was like pretty much rotted
out.
Rotted from all
Again,
the fucking
wet wood.
from all the alcohol being spilt and throw up on the floor.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that.
So imagine all that seeping in the fucking structure.
No
of the
wonder that
building.
place smells different.
Exactly, bro.
That smells like an
Oh
old
my
bag of
God.
gym clothes.
It honestly smells like Rachel Ray if you ever met her.
Bro, no, come on. She smells kind of good.
She down bad in the kitchen.
Objectively,
Look,
look
she's
at her.
down bad in the kitchen. But when have you ever met a cook that also smells really good?
I just feel like they leave the kitchen smelling like whatever they were cooking.
Yeah,
so like
and she's always cooking something foul.
Garlic.
She's
Garlic.
always cooking something foul, dude.
But I don't think that smells bad on her.
As in a bird?
She has Eau de Cologne on or whatever, you know. Eau de
I don't know, dude.
duck. Chicken Parmesan Cologne. I don't know.
Fucking hell.
We
got some. We should talk about some news that's been hitting because some shit's been popping off lately.
Yeah.
While I was in Europe.
we'll talk about Rocky because
Multi-guns at
I heard he
Rocky's
got. I heard he got fucking arrested again.
he got arrested and then released on bail, and then
Mhm.
the police just executed a warrant to search his house and recovered multiple guns. That's like the TMZ article.
Fuck.
So now the thing is that they got to figure out if those guns are legal or not. If they're legal, ASAP Rocky's staying home.
right,
If they're illegal, we might have a problem
right.
in the ASAP mob.
Houston, we got an issue.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas, we have a problem.
No, it's Memphis, Atlanta, Afghanistan.
Wait a minute. Are we talking the 2 different places have 3 cities in the name?
I'm just saying.
Houston, Atlanta, Vegas,
I'm gonna
Memphis,
be
Atlanta,
upset.
Afghanistan?
I'm going to be upset.
If Rocky goes
Yeah.
away,
Because that's just going to be
he's your hero, dude.
more not music happening.
Especially
again.
now more than ever, he is going to be needed present with around like Rihanna
His
and everything,
baby.
being a father.
Right,
Hey, par for the course.
right. It sucks, bro.
Sucks.
Bro, just like kids of rappers just need to chill. I just think they need
Sucks, man. It sucks because you know what? Those guns probably had nothing to do with what he was engaged in. Like, I think you guys were talking about this last episode.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, he is all about, like, gun violence
Yeah.
and, like, how to stop it at all costs because of what he's gone through himself. And, like, it just doesn't seem like something he would wrap himself into, especially now with what he's planning with, like, his music coming out, his family, you know, his future, you know, plans of
Sure.
whatever.
Just doesn't seem like him.
Doesn't.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
Because
it.
that's not the image that he put out,
Right.
you know?
So, good luck to him. But guess what? Also, I shouldn't give a fuck, right? Because I don't know him.
Yeah.
But I do want music.
Right, but I do
But
want fire ass
we were
music.
talking, I don't know if I was talking with you about this or you about, probably him, because you would have stood up and hit me. I was saying that ASAP Mob is so boring now. Bro, like, dude, they don't put out anything of quality
Yeah, and they're
anymore.
supposed to. They were supposed to drop another album like months ago.
And I
months
just don't
ago.
see, like,
Yeah.
I don't see Rocky's style evolving. I don't see Ferg evolving. We were talking about it. Remember we said
Yeah.
ASAP Nas is the only one that, or
12-y.
ASAP 12
12.
is the only one that we see like advancing as an artist. The other
Right.
ones are just like,
But even
Dead
then,
in the
he
water,
hasn't
dude.
made anything in like a year or so.
I mean, but still, like that album that he put out was good.
Yeah, it was good.
Like I liked that.
Mm-hmm.
That was just,
But
that
yeah,
must have been
uh,
2020
But
too.
all of Mob, like right now, they're just waiting to see what Rocky's next move is.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't include them, then it's like, all right, well, what are we supposed to do?
Well, that's
they're
like the fucked
like,
up thing.
it is a fucked up
Like,
thing.
where they got no identity
Because they're typecasted.
Exactly.
besides Rocky.
It's
They're
not, and it's
typecasted.
not Rocky's fault. Rocky's like a fucking celebrity, but it's up to them to also.
Ferg's the only one that has any room to stand in.
He
like,
does features at least. Like he's doing shit.
But I'm saying, even if like the Mob Collective was to dissipate,
Yeah.
Ferg would be the only one that could still stand on top.
He would land on his feet.
Speaking if like Rocky went away,
Yeah.
Ferg would be the only one memorable from like, and I'm talking about talking to anybody. You know who A$AP Ferg is? He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, even if they said who, you'd be like, oh, on a new level. And they'd be like, oh.
Yeah,
that one.
and then he'd be like, well, I wonder what A$AP 12 is doing. But who the fuck is that?
Right. 12 who?
Slob with the mob.
Slob on my mob.
Check in with me and do your job.
Ferg is the name.
Been ballin' is a chain. Tony for the watch. Press it plain Jane. Ooh. Yeah. He, other than them, I feel like it would just fall apart.
So
Which sucks.
so Rocky's now in Heat, and DaBaby is back in Heat because DaBaby in Heat, right? He wants to get fucked hard.
Right.
DaBaby, I think we touched on this last week, but it now is news now that DaBaby's the video footage of that 2018 shooting is surfaced. The Walmart released the footage.
Oh, fuck.
They dropped a
You
mixtape
know they're
on it.
dropping a felony on that.
Walmart
motherfucker.
dropped a music video on DaBaby's murder, and it's not looking good for DaBaby.
Right.
Because before
It's never looking good. Let's just put this out there,
that's
right?
an episode
It's
title.
never looking good for DaBaby. There's never
Bro.
a time when someone's like, you know what?
He's doing great.
He's doing great, man. He's really on the road to riches right now.
Oh my god!
This
dude.
motherfucker is busting on people in the bowling alley. I mean, just capping motherfuckers in the entertainment section of Walmart. I mean,
I think it was in the camping section.
oh man.
Because they were sleeping on him.
Oh, you're DaBaby? Oh, well, I have my tent set up. I was just about to sleep because you just dropped an album called what was it?
Dingle my DoorDash or something. You know, like what is it?
And
It was before.
let
he
me
made
just say,
Shug.
it's a sleeper.
So what is it? Since this new fight broke out, or since that shooting on his property broke out, that they're going to bring this back to surface?
I think both, because so he's had nothing but it's never looked good for DaBaby, right?
It's
He's
the
had
bowling
That should
alley.
be his. That should be his next album.
It's the bowling alley fight. It's shooting someone dead on his property.
he shot him in the leg.
Shot
right? They
him in
didn't
the leg
die.
on his property, and then fighting a rapper on his label at a meet and greet or something.
And he's just, and then the whole like gay AIDS thing where he was
Yeah,
like, "Fuck you if you got AIDS."
But I'm just saying,
What a
so
weird
what's
thing to say.
servicing Walmart to release this shooting video?
I think that what I read was that when they initially did the investigation, nobody looked into it. They just took DaBaby's word for it, and it moved on because DaBaby
Because that's
huge.
normally what happens.
He got signed by Interscope like 11 months after the shooting, so he became fucking Shug, you know,
Mm-hmm.
instantaneously, and all of a sudden he ain't around for interviews, or you know, he's not doing shit in the area anymore, and maybe cops just didn't follow up the way they were supposed to, but the
Mhm.
family maintains that DaBaby is like a sicko, right? He's a piece of
Right.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's a piece of shit, and I believe him. I think DaBaby is a huge heaping piece of shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope he gets what's coming to him.
But you liked his verse in Dreamville, though.
It was fire.
All right.
Under the Sun.
It's fire. I still listen to I'll tear the roof off of this bitch. Beep. My bitch super cute. She make a list when she gives me a smooch or whatever.
What-
you
what,
know, whatever.
Was that the verse off of
Back on my baby Jesus shit again.
Back with Baby Jesus shit? Like,
again.
oh my god, man, just a headache to listen to.
Yeah, I still bump DaBaby shit. And look, I'm being extra. I don't really hope that DaBaby like goes away for nothing. But I'll be honest, like the dude is gonna get checked.
Yeah.
Gonna get checked, and who better to check him out than the Walmart cashier?
It's that dethroning stuff we were talking about.
Yeah.
Just people thinking they're bigger than what they are
Right.
until it comes crashing down.
He thought he was unfuckwittable, and you want someone to fuckwittable him.
DaBaby, you know, Pusha T's in jail for
Shiesty
5
gone,
years.
dude,
Yeah.
but it somehow dropped a music video yesterday.
But
anything is possible.
Bro,
in
this is
Memphis.
actually crazy. And I'll come back to you. I'm sorry. Just a quick thing. He posted a music video, the same McLaren that's in the video of him committing the crime, just a different color. Like he just went around and was like, "It's green now. Brr, it ain't gonna find me."
What?
And he posted the music video with the same McLaren that he pulled up to that shooting with.
Can't they just like edit that in Photoshop?
I don't know what
is
the
it
point
really
of that
a
was,
different McLaren?
because it's like, bro, it's bold to be like, imagine you committed a murder and it's like, that's not me in the video, but at the court you're wearing the same outfit that
Right.
you were wearing at the
yeah,
shooting.
it's like off a role model. It's like, look at me, something, stealing TVs. Who would have thought? It's like, that's you in the tape. I don't know who that guy is. So what, we're getting more Melt My Eyes from Denzel?
Oh yeah, so he tweeted the trilogy. Denzel Curry said, "Melt My Eyes trilogy." And look, dude, so this is actually two
Are
different
we talking
things.
about Melt My Eyes 1.5 and then 2.0?
Oh, I don't
with
know.
Remastered
But-
fucking features.
Okay, so here's the process of how I'm going to start this. I started listening to this new podcast called Dissect, and it's on Spotify or wherever you want to listen to. And it does in-depth.
Just like us.
It does in-depth, like long-form music review and analysis. And it's one song per episode of an album per season.
I listened to an episode this morning. They dissected I Wish.
Good plug.
For what?
I wish you knew.
What's I Wish?
I wish you knew.
I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I was.
I haven't gotten to that one yet.
It's like their newest one.
I started at the beginning.
Oh.
I started listening to season 1 because they did To Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, okay.
And this guy, Cole Kushner, right? I'm your host, Cole Kushner. That's him. He is so good at, he'll go word for word. And it's convenient that, you know, Kendrick puts meaning in every word. Like, and it's going to, if you listen to this podcast, dude, you will listen to that fucking album totally differently. Like, you never could think that music could be this deep and that themes could be that deep, but they are. I listened like 2 or 3 episodes. I was like, dude, this is so fucking cool. I got to re-listen to Denzel's album and think this
Did he
way.
do Melt My Eyes?
No.
Oh.
He does like 2 or 3 Kendrick albums, some Beyonce, Flower Boy by Tyler. He might do Igor. He's got like a few like really like classic albums, I guess. But I listened to Melt My Eyes again, and I listened, and I listened hard. And then like after, like I would pause it and think about what he said before I kept going, so I understood what he just said. And it when it finishes, it is a part 1. You can tell, because we talk about things, we're like, it's pretty good, like the one song bops.
Man, if we get Sanjuro 2.0, I'll be so
Sanjuro went stupid.
Bro, listen to the lyrics of Sanjuro. This shit goes so hard, but it's about him like being insecure during COVID.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of shit I missed. I went back and listened to Ramona Park Broke My Heart too by Vince, and found out that fucking album is a love letter to a girl, and the girl is his neighborhood that he grew up in. And there's all these metaphors and shit for love and betrayal and trust, and it was not to a girl, bro. It was to his neighborhood, bro. It was to the sidewalk and the fucking
Ramona Park.
the things that he grew, you know. And I miss these things when I listen to him on a surface level, and I just think it's so fucking cool to like there's deeper levels of music. So when he said, I found out right after that Denzel announces the trilogy, and I was like, makes sense, dude.
It's pretty smart when but being more than just a surface level listener, when people can dissect, because people will just go, oh, this rapper is just basic, you know, he's just rapping. It's like, but then you think about it, like Kendrick has a song, and I'm not going to sit here and try and guess what it is right now, but he's a feature in someone's track, and the song title has more to do with it than just a song title. And the way Kendrick raps in his verse, he does so many words per bar, per second, for his verse that all equal to whatever the song title equals, which is like a code for whatever they know in their neighborhoods, and it all brings it back. So not only is he rapping about what the song means, he's making his lyrics and his timing also equal the seconds per bar
He's so
that the
deep.
song was also talking about. I was like, whoa. So more than just hearing what he's saying, he's also adding up the numbers and doing, if you weren't paying attention and you go back, he's like, oh, he did 36 here, just saying a number. And then the next bar he did 28, and then that equals whatever the song title was talking about. So it's more in depth than what you're thinking of. I'm like, you would never pick up on that kind of stuff unless you go like take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5.
I think this is why like Drake will forever be number 1 in pop, but lyrically, this is why J. Cole, Kendrick, Old Logic especially have such strong fan bases, because you do have a lot of, deep level lyricists who are paying attention to exactly what these artists are saying and what they're trying to convey. Like, I remember the first time I listened to Logic's Nicki, you think the whole time he's talking about a girl he loves and like how he's addicted to seeing this girl all the time, Nicki.
Right.
And then during like the hook and chorus, whatever, it's revealed that Nicki, he's talking about nicotine. He's talking about smoking. And then you're like, you're like, fuck. Like, I got to listen to this again now with the perspective of he's talking about an object
and then
of he's addicted to.
So much more.
Right.
I can't find it.
It's awesome.
And like J. Cole, incredible lyricist, but he's always talking about something that is happening, like in the real world. It's not something that like he's just like, I fuck bitches and I smoke a lot of weed and
I'm gonna be real with you.
Make a lot of money.
I think Kendrick is above and beyond when it comes to this deeper meaning
storytelling.
Shit. Well, not even storytelling, because, well, maybe yes. J. Cole's a good storyteller, right? He can paint a picture in your mind, like Wet Dreams and shit. Like, you listen to that and it's like you're watching a movie. Kendrick tells you a story in one verse, and then another bigger story in the song, and then across the album another story. And it's like, you always heard people say To Pimp a Butterfly was like one of or the best album to ever drop. And I always heard that and thought like, yeah, this album is very good, but I don't really understand like where they're coming from with like best of all time. Like what is it? And then when you listen to this guy dissect the intricate layers that Kendrick puts on, oh my God, dude, there's no doubt in my mind it's the best album that's ever been released, because the themes in it and the ability that he has to think on 10 different levels while he's making this. I mean, like, you think about like famous anything artists, like movie guys like Quentin Tarantino. He makes Pulp Fiction, and you watch it front to back, and the story changes as you watch it.
Right.
And there's callbacks to everything in different movies, and you just get all these levels of detail. That guy is the same kind of brain as Kendrick. It's just that one makes movies and one makes music. And I never thought about it that way, that of course there's geniuses in everything,
right,
who can just make shit on a different level that truly doesn't feel like you're capable of making.
Right.
Kendrick is no different. Like, he's a savant, dude.
Right.
And I don't know, just I listened to that podcast, and now it's got me excited to like listen to old albums.
I listened to the most recent episode, and they were dissecting that song, the I Wish, that came out like 95, I think. It was like, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a bat on a bat and a
right.
Whatever. It got kind of boring for me, because they were just talking about random shit that didn't have anything to do with the lyrics besides
Bro,
like,
you'd be surprised.
Well, they were talking about he's insecure about being short. Right.
So that resonated.
Right. It resonated. Right. And I was like, well, I guess this doesn't.
You sat up in your booster seat.
I was like, well, I'm actually above the threshold of, being small. So like, I didn't want to listen to it.
Okay.
Right. But I only listened to like the first 10 minutes, and then I started listening to the most recent episode of our podcast.
Really, not
right?
everybody can like
because
think that hard.
That's better, right? Our podcast is better, right?
Oh, I agree.
I'm a stan. So, I will go back and listen to that episode.
Do it. I mean, go back
figure
to
it
episode
out.
1 and see if you like it.
Right.
I think we all should do that, because if we do music and like analysis, shouldn't we like figure out the best way to do it?
No.
Fair enough.
Well, speaking of music, and we got a new IDK album coming out.
My guy pulled
Excuse
in
me?
on the segue right here.
Excuse me?
A new IDK album.
Hey,
Yeah.
are you from Wally? Because you're living on a fucking Segway right now, dude.
Excuse me, Mr. Amsterdam. Let the man finish, okay? Jesus Christ.
So we
You
just got
clog your way in here.
good new albums coming out. We're not falling in a very stagnant path of no good albums. So we got new IDK. We got new Future.
Yup.
We got new Czarface.
Czarface.
And
I put that on there for you,
Thank you.
because you said you liked Czarface.
I do.
Now I don't know if Logic's dropping a new track.
It's a
or
new song that's
album,
already out.
but he has a song out called Tetris.
It's good.
Looks like Suicide Boys dropped Evil That Man Do.
Have you listened?
No. I haven't listened to any music
Bro,
for the last
Suicide
like 2
Boys
weeks.
is going boom bap, bro. Like Ugliest is like that's their direction now.
Yeah.
Like this song is like, dude, it starts off sounds like West Side Gun's about to go boom 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 boom, but then it's Ruby going like Ruby the fucking Jerry, yeah,
Ruby the
pajama
fucking
dime a dozen.
So Tetris, that single is actually a track off of his latest album he's releasing called Vinyl Days.
Oh, I remember hearing about that.
He's dropped a few tracks from that album. I don't know when he's actually going to drop the album, but
Sounds good though.
it's in the works.
I like the style.
But wow, we got IDK. I know Future drops tonight, April 29th at midnight. West Side Boogie. I'll have to listen to all this, but I know what I'm super excited for. Right, Utopia by Travis Scott. It's like being teased. Like
Where?
There's like a bunch of billboards everywhere.
Where? This is a thing?
It's just people on the internet. They're like passing these billboards, and it's like Utopia is coming. And then Travis Scott is like posting shit, and it's like hyping people up.
Oh,
And then-
no way.
And then, what's it? JID with the Forever story.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
That's close to being dropped. I think
come
it's gonna
on.
drop in the summer, dude. I'm pretty sure, if not May, it's
Tired
gonna
of
be
waiting.
June.
I'm tired of
If
waiting.
not May, it'll be June, and if not June, July.
So we have multiple.
So I can't
months
be
to fall
wrong,
back
right?
on.
I can't wait for us all to just forget about Astrofest when that album comes out.
Yeah, everybody's just gonna be like, I don't fucking care.
Whatever the new song is, everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, this is so good. He did kill like 8 people, but damn, it's hits."
But that's
Drake
crazy because
verse?
like he didn't kill those people.
I know, dude, but it's still like a big old
Yeah.
fart stain on his hat. you
It's
know?
it's
On
a
his hat.
He sat
it's
on
a
his
big
hat.
skid mark.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, big skid mark.
What are you gonna do, bro?
But honestly, what's worse, him having 8 people killed at his concert or naming his son Wolf?
With that, let's go to a break. This week we listened to "It's Almost Dry" by Pusha T. Cocaine's Dr. Seuss.
Yeah,
Pharrell
for
versus
real.
Kanye.
This is a
What was that, by the way? The Pharrell versus Ye.
Well, Kanye and Pharrell both are featured on this album.
Right, but are they? What's the point of making them verse each other? Is it they have producing like competition in this? Like one produce.
they
one?
both produce on this album. It's
But-
executive produced, I think, by Pharrell.
Yeah.
But you can hear old school Neptune's Pharrell production on a lot of these tracks, and it turns out he does it for Pusha all the time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just was missing the point of why it was versus Ye.
Where was it ever versus yet?
The one
On
I
the-
listened to was Pharrell versus Ye.
It's on the album. The album title is It's Almost Dry, Pharrell versus Ye.
Where did you see that? I haven't
It's
seen
on
that.
Apple Music.
Interesting.
It's on Spotify too.
Yes.
We got 2 Ye features on
Yeah.
Spotify. It's right here. It says "It's Almost Dry."
The one I listened to on Spotify was it's Pharrell versus Ye.
Maybe there's 2 versions of it.
I don't
Let's see.
think so.
Oh, this is newer.
Yeah, I was kind of lost by that.
I haven't done this yet. I got to listen to this again. Oh, dude, they're going to add a whole nother fucking...
That's the one I listened to.
Yeah.
So all that looks different is that they rearranged the
I thought it was
track list.
pretty cool that Pusha T was able to get Kid Cudi and Kanye to be on the same song together
Pretty cool.
after they admittedly shared their disgust for each other.
Mm-hmm.
And Kid Cudi was like, I don't give a fuck about you or how powerful you are. Like,
Yeah.
you're a piece of shit.
Oh, well, if
Kanye."
anyone's
Yeah.
going to fucking step out and say something, it's Cudi, bro. He paints his nails black and wears wedding dresses
Yeah.
to Burger
The
King.
Grammys, dude. So yeah, at first I didn't really understand the whole Pharrell versus Ye thing, but it's because they're both producers on this album, I
Okay.
think, and they're both just showing you like their skill with, making these songs. And Pharrell and Pusha, I didn't realize that they've been close for a very long time.
Well, Pharrell did the production for Clips back when Clips dropped. What's that song called? I'm blanking right
Lip
now.
Gloss.
No, it's not Lip Gloss. That's a little kid.
Little Mama.
Clips. Oh, it's
What's the rock grinding?
it's grinding.
It's grinding.
Grinding.
I can't believe I couldn't remember that. But he produced that.
Yeah.
Pharrell did. And then he did a bunch of Clip stuff after that.
Mhm.
And then when Clips broke up, Pharrell does production for Pusha a lot.
Right, but they're friends. Like they're super close.
Yeah. Pharrell's been in
And-
the game like,
A
God
million
damn,
years.
bro.
Yeah, and
He might be as
hasn't
old as your
aged.
dad,
He
bro.
has not aged, bro.
He's a vampire.
He
The
might
dude
be
looks like
sucking
a
blood.
dude. The dude looks like an Egyptian sphinx, dude.
He kinda
Just
does.
stone
Egyptian.
face, bro.
He looks like he wants to tell you a riddle.
Beautiful.
He's definitely on
I
the
just
adrenochrome
want you to
for sure.
know
Mm.
that
You're
I'm
my favorite girl.
Boys, relax.
And
here.
fucking Snoop Dogg comes in all fucking
Drop it like
Gangster.
it's hot. Drop it like
Wrong song.
yeah. This album was great. I just actually listened to this like Tuesday when I got back, and then I listened to it again yesterday and this morning.
Yeah, this is a very strong album. It's I mean, we obviously know Pusha T is talented, but I was like, he's that talented?
Pusha T is really, really
Oh,
talented.
he's so fucking good.
But what I want to start off by saying is that I'm not impressed with some of the features on this album.
Donnie T.
We got Don T.
So I like Don T.
Uzi.
Felt Lil Uzi could have took a hike.
I think Donnie T and Uzi were kind of a good combo. But when it comes to being on like a Pusha T album, I didn't think it fit.
We gotta.
We've come
Bring-
across
Yeah, I didn't think they brought any
we've
heat.
we've come
for
across
that.
a lot of artists who obviously want to collab together, but if there's not that chemistry like how T-Pain and Denzel had, or the fucking Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs have, or anybody with Rome Streets has, it's just like it's cool,
It's a throwaway.
but well, I would say it's a throwaway.
You're saying it's trash.
I didn't care. I thought Lil Uzi's verse really took away from that whole song.
Yeah, so it's
was short.
I just felt like how strong Pusha T was throughout the whole album, and then you just kind of like cut it up with a kind of faulty Lil Uzi verse. I was like, I probably could have dealt without that.
Pusha T, in my eyes, is like a very serious, to the point rapper. He's never rapping about like some silly shit.
Yeah, it works serious.
And Lil Uzi Vert is like the complete opposite for me. Don Toliver was like a really cool feature, but you know, like I said, like it just didn't feel like this was supposed to be on this album, right? It just felt like they wanted to collab. They did, and because Pharrell's, you know, like real poppy, it sort of fit, but I don't know. And then like Kanye's verses, I really don't think were that good. Ever since Donda, it was kind of like a hit or miss type thing with him. He's been off some fucking tangents lately.
Yeah.
He needs to like stop making music and like focus on his mental health.
Yeah, a lot of people hold Ye on a high pedestal and just expect because what he's brought to the table on his resume, and now it's like every time it's like you don't know what you're gonna get with him.
It's just like right now, I think he just needs to take a break. But then we have someone like Kid Cudi, who's notably a good artist, but
Was that his only part of the feature?
but recently,
Was it distorted verse he did or like little?
He
Chorus?
did have the verse.
like the last
yeah.
couple years, like he did the collab album with Travis Scott, like with the Scots or whatever the fuck,
Oh yeah, he had the song.
the Scots. Or
There
something.
was supposed to be an album.
I think the album did
Lock up the
drop.
house, yeah.
I don't think they dropped an album.
No,
I could be wrong, but they had the song.
yeah, the Scots.
Right.
Look at that house outside. Look at them up.
Some bullshit. I don't know, but like his feature sucked, and it's like, you know, when I'm listening to Pusha T, I have like really not anything bad to say about it, but when you have like artists coming in who are supposed to be like somewhat A-list, and then they kind of flop on what they're doing, it's like kind of disappointing. And I know you guys are like super hype about this album.
I'll be honest with you. I don't agree with you. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I
don't.
think yes, Pusha T is the best part of the album.
Oh yeah, for sure. His single stuff alone was
He
like better
stands-
than the features.
I agree. He is the strongest on his own, and it's not like other albums where we've had the features got to carry the shit.
Yeah.
This is Pusha T's fucking album.
When he has
And you're on his song, motherfucker. And even Hove, when Jay-Z's on the thing, it's not
neck and wrist.
it's not Jay-Z's song.
Dude, it's
I
never.
know you think that it's
Hey,
so
man,
sus, but
just-
Jay-Z is not in the
I just want to
background.
let you know,
Neck and
it's
wrist
never.
Such a sus title.
It's never Jay-Z's song.
Don't be a
I just want to say that.
don't be a pissy Dutch fuck.
That 3 songs where he does solo and then comes in a rock and roll. I thought that was his 3 strongest for sure. It wasn't like it was a up and down. It was like, seriously, you come off a feature. I'm pretty sure it's with Don Tolliver.
Well, actually, you listened to the other one, so let's see what the order of those songs is. Because the only thing different, I think, is the order.
Because I'm pretty sure he comes off with Neck and Wrist, and then he goes into a 3 songs by himself.
Call My Bluff, Open Air, Brambleton.
And then he goes right into
Dreaming of the Past, and then Rock and Roll.
Yeah. So I really thought I was super strong of just him bringing straight heat. And it's absolutely fire. Just him rapping, talking about the fucking streets, talking about, obviously selling crack cocaine, and just talk about the nitty gritty life he used to lead. And then you just get a chef's kiss on top with the features he has. Because I didn't really think they took away from the album at all. I think they just either made it better or just kept it steadily on an incline the whole time.
I thought they were good Ye verses.
Yeah.
I thought Yezos killed it.
I don't know.
I was saying sometimes you don't know if you're getting a hit or miss with him. I'm not saying he missed on this at all. I'm just saying sometimes when you get it.
But you're saying he didn't hit, though.
So you're saying he hit.
I liked it.
I thought he hit.
I liked it.
You think so? I don't know.
His wife.
And we're back.
We're back.
His whole verse on the one song was about Kim and his family.
Yeah.
And about like
Skeet.
He kept it was emotional. It was an emotional attempt by Kanye to talk about his issue.
Right.
And it wasn't him being like skeet, braggart, saying crazy shit about whatever. I didn't listen to that and go like, this guy's got mental health issues.
Right.
I thought that's a good way to talk about what you're going through.
Well, I don't think he has any other type of outlet to talk about his issues other than music.
Yeah, he's got therapy.
Dude, he doesn't fucking go.
Him and Chance the Rapper go to couples therapy.
Dude, let's not even say that guy's name, right?
Well, so I am more in agreement with Alex over Ryan at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this album is very good. Now, coming off of listening to Dissecting To Pimp a Butterfly and Melt My Eyes and Ramona Park, I was looking for more subtext than was there. Like, it turns out most of the time, Pusha T is really just rapping about
crack cocaine
and like the experiences that he had. Now he does use
because
them.
Apparently that's not a hole for a ceiling fan.
Right.
That's where he hides his stash.
Right.
Yeah.
He has a lot of
lets
little
you know
things
straight
like that.
up.
Mm-hmm.
He lets you in on a ton of little like things that are quirks of being
there's
a
no
crack. It's the fun
meaning.
part of being a crack dealer.
And there's no under meaning to it. It's literally what it is. If he's
Mm-hmm.
rapping about a mirror, it's because that's a fucking mirror,
But he says a lot of really impactful shit, and what made it apparent to me, and I need to go back and listen to old Pusha T now because I'm interested to see if it continues back. He uses coke and crack as a outlet, and it's like it's a lens to how he sees the world, bro. Like everything, he can relate everything to coke.
Yeah.
Everything, and he does. The versatility with which a brick of cocaine can like give you lyrics is crazy.
Yeah, because he's talking about bricks of cocaine, but also building the foundation of his life.
Yeah.
While also using the metaphor for bricks for cocaine.
Right.
I thought that Brambleton was a awesome start to an album, and it's one of the strongest songs on the album.
Yeah.
And
that song I think was released before the album dropped.
No, I think Brambleton dropped
Diet
with
Coke,
the album.
Diet Coke and
dropped.
Neck and Wrist.
Neck and Wrist.
probably-
And then the other one, the Nego
Sucks.
song, was on the Nego album. I
Yeah,
think.
that's a good song too. That Nego song.
So the
I'm
second
pretty
song,
sure, by
Let
the way, we're saying it wrong. I think it's Nigo.
Nigo.
I heard people pronounce it Nigo.
Maybe.
Like,
I mean,
on like
I think of like Japanese because I think he's Japanese or Korean. I forget.
I think
I don't
so.
want to be like that kind of guy and be like, oh, he's one of them. But
Well, I think
we're off to a good start.
But listen,
I'm just
but
saying,
like,
like,
I think
Nego-
on his album, I Know Nego, I think he says himself Nego.
I don't remember hearing that.
You don't?
But I have never heard anyone say his name, so I guess maybe it is Nigo.
I don't know.
Anyway, Let the Smokers Shine the Coop. My favorite song. Actually, that's not true. My favorite song is the one that sounds like Euphoria with
Euphoria.
it's the one at the end. I Pray for You. The one that's all like
With Labyrinth
it's got like the
and
the
Malice
choir
and
organ,
Clips.
and it's just fucking so heavily emotional in the beginning, and then Pusha just dumps bars on you about
Mhm.
like reminiscing on shit. And I wanted to make one more point. He has some cool lyrics. My favorite lyric was actually from Let the Smoker Shine the Coop. So the first thing he said, he was like, it took me a minute to think about it, but he was like, if money is the evil root, let the smokers shine the coops. To me, that's him saying, if money is the evil root, if money makes me evil,
Mm-hmm.
okay, let the fucking smokers shine my bright ass, shiny coupe.
Right.
And the smokers is whatever, crack smokers or something like that. So he's like, he's talking about his life, and he's like unapologetic about it.
Right.
I mean, I wish I was that way.
Mm-hmm. You're apologetic, but
I'm guilty,
to
bro.
like beta shit, right?
I'm guilty, and I'm a geologist.
You say sorry when you spill the coffee.
I guess we both deal in rocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You corny, dude.
But yeah, I thought it was really good. I think he drops a lot of info on this. The title, it's almost dry.
I didn't get that.
It's almost dry. When you think about Coke and you're like drying it out, it's like it's almost ready. It's almost ready to be sold and move. Do the get the reward.
Or it could be a homage to the fact that maybe he's almost done putting out music.
Well, it could be.
I'm almost dried up.
I mean,
this is some of my best stuff you're going to get.
I'm telling you, bro. He uses crack, or it's just
it's crack cocaine.
He uses crack as a lens for everything. It's a metaphor for everything. So like the whole process of like making crack cocaine and then selling it and making money, like that could be a metaphor for his career. Like up until now, he's been making the product, and now he's going to be done, and he's going to cash in and be done.
Maybe.
It's just like the level of depth I thought was cool.
But that's how you know someone's an expert, when they can take one thing and then make a million other different things with it.
Right.
Because obviously he knows the ins and outs with
But it doesn't get old either.
Making
That's the
crack.
big
Well,
part
I
about
mean, like when you have so many avenues to talk about one thing, and someone who's experienced like Pusha T with dealing coke and drugs, it's hard not to. It's hard to use like the same thing twice in a lyric, because you just know. It's like for him, it's like how football players know every rule in the rule book. For him, he knows every in and out of every type of way to do something with coke.
He's so street, bro.
So
with the shit, Uncle T.
My boy Bobby came up with that the other episode, didn't
Uncle
he?
T?
Uncle T.
I just want to see another fish fillet commercial. Just drop
You
a
think
whole
so?
fucking McDonald's diss track album.
I think that was Arby's, wasn't it?
It was Arby's.
It was
doing
Arby's.
it for Arby's.
We have the meats.
But he was
Yeah.
dissing
Dissing
McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should have been a bonus track.
Yeah, the Arby's bonus track. We got the meats featuring
Did he
Pusha
put
T.
that on his album? He
Your
should.
fish fillet is shit. Whip the Coke soda, bitch. He's cool, man. I don't know. I want to go back and listen to his shit now.
Yeah, and dissect it more. I'll have to listen to that podcast. But after I listen to this podcast,
because this podcast
is the best podcast out there. Hip-hop related, culture related, gaming related.
Gaming related, we got Sons of the Forest dropping May 10th. I know we
Jeez.
were excited for it.
I'm hyped.
Because we haven't had a good
I
game
thought
to
this
play
was
in
going
a
to be the
minute.
first thing we talk about.
I know. When it actually drops, we'll have stuff to talk about it, because it's not a topic to just be like,
Maybe
coming
maybe
out.
we should
shitting bricks of cocaine.
maybe we
for
should
it, dude.
live stream Alex playing when
By
it drops
myself.
by yourself.
So terrifying.
in the dark.
So
like
terrifying.
a different episode.
Well, I want to play too.
Fucking
or like
lighter
a
goes
Suck
out.
Me Savagely Sunday.
We can do that.
Lighter goes out. He's laughing in the background like, oh, fuck.
Hey, make sure if you're watching us on YouTube, hit that motherfucking thumbs up button.
Please.
Subscribe. Hit the little bell for notifications. And drop a motherfucking comment in the comments section, all right?
We
And if
love
you're watching
y'all.
us on Instagram, make sure you push the heart button right below this post, okay? And also drop a comment. And then click on our name, Wazoo Podcast, and click
right
the
there.
follow button,
You see that right
all
there?
right? Follow us. And if you want, put alerts on that
Shorty
too.
right there?
Share us, okay? Do what you got to do. Stay fucking coked up, and we'll see you next week.
Drop a bag.